In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show.
In 15 years in Hollywood, nobody in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show. There being a just for him truly getting a thunderous applause at any parody club he previously had his arrangements. When he arrived, have we known about a comic that came to LA, and in his most memorable year in law, he had his own sitcom on network TV and had his own film called Soul Play that he was driving. No, we've never known about that before, that individual, or since that individual. Even Charlemagne, many individuals were saying that Feline was attempting to minimize your achievements. What to you is the main thrust behind your prosperity? Oh, my prosperity is my prosperity. I believe that everyone should win. I love everyone. I love that by and by you realize your ex going on visit. With Feline, when everyone win, I trust the visit is incredible. I love that, so you are strong of her. Thank you, Mr. Hart. I value you. Feline Williams isn't keeping down in his continuous fight with Kevin Hart. Only days subsequent to tossing punches on the most fundamental level on the club-shaped digital broadcast, Williams is currently preparing for an uppercut. He, as of late, reported a cooperation with the Kevin Hart's ex, transforming what is happening into out-and-out tumult in a new meeting. Williams didn't avoid simmering Hart, particularly after the disclosure that Hart's better half unloaded him for deceiving the show. Encompassing Kevin Hart is arriving at new levels as to his ex's equipping to confess to the world every one of his privileged insights. You called C11 to get that part. What is it that you mean? You would have rather not been a celebrity, so for the sake of Bernie, I would need to get out whatever I need to say. Have you at any point visit with any of these folks? Each person I reference to you is actually a major buzzkill entertaining out there, in actuality. So no, Hart's excursion from the Junior College of Philadelphia to the conspicuous roads of Los Angeles was out and out a hurricane sentiment turned thrill ride. Meeting her ex just after her tactical spell, they immediately dove into a relationship that prompted a quick commitment. After only 8 months, the couple's association delivered 2 cute children, Paradise and Hendrik. Yet the Hollywood dream took a reroute in 2011. Hart stood in opposition to the highs and lows of their marriage anyway, to refer to Mr. Hart's untrustworthiness as the fundamental justification behind the D. In an Inside Version interview, she obtusely pointed fingers at untruths and unfaithfulness for the relationship's end. When I met him, he was selling tennis shoes. He's beginning to get popularity, and I'm feeling like all right inclination, a little abandoned. We became separated. Kevin Hart is uncovering that he was gotten on record in a humiliating circumstance with a lady not his significant other, and that he was designated in a coercion plot. I made a terrible mistake in judgment and put myself in a climate where just awful things can occur. And they did over the course of the end of the week. Hart posted this confirmation on Instagram and apologized to his significant other and 2 children. I realize that I will hurt individuals nearest to me who I've conversed with, and apologize to being my significant other and my children. As per distributed reports, a man remembered to be Hart was caught on camera getting comfortable with a lady in a dance club as well as a room. Hart then supposedly gotten an interest for $10 million as a trade-off for keeping the physically provocative video hidden. The embarrassment couldn't come at a most awful time for Hart. His better half is 7 months pregnant now. Hart's ex Torrei is telling just inside of that swindling prompted their separation. She talked with Victoria Reno. What turned out badly in your marriage, falsehoods and treachery. Torrei and Kevin were school darlings in Philadelphia and wedded before Kevin turned into a major star. When I met him, he was selling tennis shoes. He beginning to get acclaim, and I'm somewhat feeling like all right inclination, a little abandoned. You realize we filled separated in his satire act. Hart even purposes his careless activities from his most memorable marriage for chuckles. Yes, individuals. I cheated. Am I embarrassed about it? No, I'm not. Do I wish that I could take it back? No, I don't. I have an ex who has over and over involved me in his stand-up schedules. For a really long time I needed to get through that. After her separation, Torrei modified her life, sending off a hair product offering named Superb Heart after her and Kevin's little girl. They likewise have a child. Hendrix. Torrei says she likewise attempted to remain cordial with her ex. They generally on honorary pathway that was Until Hart's new spouse, Ano Ward, posted this photograph on Instagram, spouting 8 years together, 1 year wedded perpetually to go, yet Kevin and Torrei separated from just a long time back, so how could it be conceivable she'd been with Kevin for quite some time? Did Ano begin dating Kevin while you all were hitched? As per her dates, yes and no guaranteed. They were isolated, residing in discreet homes. I was never a mysterious. I resembled what never a mysterious. She said that we were isolated and not living, respectively. That is clearly false. We were a lot of not isolated. New gossipy tidbits about disloyalty began whirling after paparazzi got Kevin drawing near to a lady distinguished as vocalist Monique Gonzalez in a vehicle in Miami over the mid-year. Hart demanded those reports were false. Kevin has transparently admitted to his betrayals in various parody productions and specials, yet the course of events of when his News relationship started has frequently been a subject of contention. Online, it's my rib. It doesn't really matter to me what anyone says. You're my rib, that is my better half. You're up here. What's your number one side to have with your ribs quieted down, man? Shut up. That is an incredible joke, Scorch. You realize I know some about you. Realize you realize some stuff happened to you some time ago. The thought was additionally powered by News' 2017 Instagram post in which she composed I love you more consistently 8 years. Together, 1 year wedded, always to go, having persevered through what many case was grimy therapy from Kevin T is jumping all over the chance to uncover the carefully guarded secrets. This won't be a one-time disclosure. T and Feline Williams are set to go on visit where they vow to unveil every one of the debilitated and wound subtleties of Kevin's activities. The forthcoming Uncover visit is ready to bring the intensity, and Kevin should have his PER group on speed dial to explore the tempest. The recent weeks have been unpleasant for Hart, particularly after Tasha K's meeting with his previous colleague, blaming him for unfaithfulness in his Flo marriage. Kevin Hart isn't simply managing charges of betrayal. Additionally, in a fight in court with Tasha K, who he guarantees endeavored to extort him for $250,000, the claim documented in Los Angeles' unrivaled court blames Tasha K for coordinating a plan to blackmail cash from Hart by taking steps to air a meeting with his previous individual right-hand. Plateau shakes the objection charges that Shakes offered misleading expressions during the meeting, including cases of criminal accusations over recording a sexual experience. Hart battles that Shakes abuse classification and non-divulgence arrangements by unveiling secret business and individual data, in spite of Hart eagerly denying bamboozling allegations. Tasha K's legitimate tussle is just essential for his inconveniences. Feline Williams' appearance on the Club Shay webcast Fan the Fire. Williams didn't keep down in that frame of mind on a few sketchy Hollywood practices. Hart's public pictures is taking a thump, and with fights in court and dangerous disclosures, he's confronting a tempest of debates. The quarrel between Feline Williams and Kevin Hart arrived at another level as Williams emphasized his conviction that Hart had sold his spirit for cash. Williams shed light on what he sees as conscious activities by Hart to embarrass himself, remembering sprucing up, putting on cosmetics, and representing a juvenile way in a new webcast. Williams didn't keep down getting down on Hart and proposing that he's not so fruitful as he introduces himself to be. Williams asserted that there has ever been a long arrangement of fans holding on to see Kevin perform, and none of his shows have at any point been sold out. The continuous show escalated, with Williams taking pokes at Hart's vocation and achievement, adding fuel to the debate. The two have hurled abuses throughout the long term, contending on the web and in interviews. One of the early instances of the match's quarrel happened in August 2014, when Williams chatted with TMZ Sports when asked who he accepted was the most amusing competition. Williams didn't hold back. I feel that Shay and Russell Simmons ought to escape satire and focus front and center. Williams said they don't see us making a class of expert b-ball players under 6 foot. So what qualifies these fellows? The very long-term quarrel between Feline Williams and Kevin Hart veered off in a strange direction when Williams alluded to Shaquille O'Neal as a bum and brought hair in with the general mishmash. Williams strikingly pronounced, "Leave you bum before I take your other you. Ladies like you took Kevin Hart from me. I need my back." This state proclamation made during his Paranoid Fear visit in February 2016 At the Phillips Field in Atlanta lighted further debate. Williams then proceeded to censure Hart's comedic ability, marking him as possibly a mannequin in the business. Hart, anyway, answered with a more unpretentious methodology by means of Instagram, stressing the significance of humorists staying together and supporting each other notwithstanding the continuous conflicts. As per Energy, Williams took one more hit on a fundamental level in Walk 2016 in front of the Paranoid Fear Visit stop in Philadelphia. Hart's old neighborhood. I seen your stuff via virtual entertainment. I understand what you do, yet you do it for play, assuming you accomplish for genuine here. It is, Kevin Williams said in a video shared by Hip Bounce DXI. Got a show at your old neighborhood in Philly.